Breaking GLP1 news. BCBS, Blue Cross Blue Shield, wants doctors who have prescribed Ozempic off label to pay the money back. Let's get into it. It's Jasmine Nicole, and welcome to Weight with Jazz, a safe space for the obese, the overweight, those who just want to lose weight, and myself to share our weight journeys and a little bit of my life too. So Blue Cross Blue Shield is unrolling something that I really have never seen before. And this is a claim to retrieve up to $1 million payback in off-label prescriptions written for Ozempic. Now, I am assuming this has a lot to do with the trailback from the beginning, as far as the shortage for Ozempic initially. Okay, so this all started when Ozempic started being written off label for individuals for weight loss. So the prescriptions were written off label for weight loss. Now, what the claim is for BCBS is that those prescriptions were falsified. Patient's information was falsified to be eligible for the medication and so forth. These claims have not been validated. They have not been proven. Evidence has not been presented. But these are the claims. This is the reason behind the push for payback for off-label prescriptions. Now, here where there's a problem, because off-label prescriptions are not illegal, and physicians are permitted under their medical oath to exude medical discretion on their prescription, on the medication that they prescribe to patients based on that patient's medical need. So if the medication, whether it's a GLP1 medication or a medication in general, suits a patient for whatever ailment or situation they have, a physician, a doctor has the right, has the discretion to write a prescription off label for that patient. So that allowance, that legal allowance right there, discredits this argument, this claim, unless there's evidence presented that patient information was compromised and falsified for the approval of a prescription. If it was proven that there's evidence that patients met the appropriate BMI for their weight, but were still given a prescription for cosmetic purposes, those type of stipulations is where there will add some substantial credibility to these claims. Other than that, there's no credibility. This is just an effort of a scare tactic. I mean, in my opinion, to further put a bad taste in some doctors' mouths. Okay, I already released the video before that some doctors are becoming hesitant, okay, on prescribing brand name GLP-1 medication because they are exhausted with the excessive PA burnout process, the prior authorization process that's never ending. Okay, the denials that come with that cause the staff and physicians to do more work because now they have to try to find an alternative medication to prescribe the patient if the patient comes back in lieu of the denial of the prior authorization. So now the patient comes back and the physician Staff have to try to figure out how to appease this patient with a GLP1 prescription and hoping it can get filled so that patient is satisfied and not coming back with the problem for them to try to fix, in lieu of other patients that they have that do not have weight related issues, that have other medical ailment issues that they still have to attend to that hold the same importance. So just different levels of exhaustion and frustration. Why unroll this PR announcement for what? I don't get it. To further aggravate the folks in the medical industry that are on the front line that has to deal with these requests and the shortages and the insurance denials. It all ends up scaling back to the doctor, because the doctor does the first step. The doctor prescribes the medication. The doctor is on the front line in the beginning. The brand medication cannot be retrieved without a prescription from a physician. So why unleash this type of action, really action to me with no real solid basis, based on the laws that are already in place, that permit off-label prescribing. So to introduce this, open up a can of worms that's unnecessary to further frustrate the medical community, who are essential in this entire process. They're essential in distributing the prescriptions, okay, and assessing and consulting their patients. So why? Because BCBS, Blue Cross Blue Shield specifically, there's no other insurance company pulling these type of antics. You already know the antic they pulled by increasing the BMI not too long ago, sending everybody in an uproar, making changes, further restricting, okay, the accessibility of the medication for approval based on tightening the requirements, okay, in one particular state. That does not apply to all branches in all states, but I'm just saying BCBS has been unrolling some stuff, okay, and now they're unrolling this. I don't think it's wise, but nevertheless, that's what the tea is in regards to Ozempic. That remains in shortage, and it looks like it's going to be in shortage for some time. I really don't see the outlook of it coming out of shortage. So your semaglutide compounds are also available, okay, and in light of a possible discontinuation of Tirzepatide compound, which has not been declared yet, but if that happens to happen, Ozempic still seems like to be in forever shortage. So semaglutide is available. But that is the tea so far. I think this is frivolous. This is not something that's going to stick and actually go forward legally, in my opinion, unless further information is presented as far as the compromising of patient information. That is what will open this up. But other than that, it's legal to prescribe medication off label. Okay? I will get at you in the next video. Be real.